In episode 1, Jocelyn, or Joss's handlers, are discussing whether or not they're exploiting her mental illness by having her pose provocatively during a photo shoot. Not only that, but her hospital band is still showing, and littered all over the table as props, or maybe they're the real thing, are pill bottles and some alcohol. One of the handlers is concerned that they are glorifying mental illness, and another argues that, well, of course they are. And that's because mental illness and being damaged is sexy. Meanwhile, the intimacy coordinator stops the photo shoot because Joss has a strict nudity clause in her contract saying that she can only show the sides and underneath her breasts, but not the whole breasts. Joss had pretty much been showing her whole breast, her areolas, which isn't allowed, and that's why he stepped in. Joss says that it's her body and she can do what she wants, but the intimacy coordinator says that if this is what she wants, then they'd need to change the contract, which would take at least 48 hours. She asks her manager, Chaim, to get rid of the coordinator, and he locks the coordinator in the bathroom so that they can get on with the shoot without the coordinator protesting it. Another potential crisis is on their hands. A photo was just leaked 11 minutes ago of Joss with semen on her face. Her team is trying to spare her from finding out about the leak, but she is trending on Twitter. She had recently suffered a mental crisis, in part due to the death of her mother, and they don't want her to have another psychotic break. By the way, her mother died of cancer, and Joss was there by her mother's deathbed. Joss's new single drops in 2 weeks, and Vanity Fair's at the house as well to do a sit-down interview. She's also having some kind of practice sessions to shoot her new music video. It's just a flurry of activity, and it's a lot to take in, which I guess is the point. Her team eventually shows her the photo. They can't hide it forever or keep her phone from her. They tell her that they're on it. They're trying to get it removed. Joss's reaction is, well, obviously she's upset, but it's pretty measured. She won't go into a spiral over this. Joss and some friends go out that night, and the owner of the club, Tedros, points her out, tells her that he's a big fan and that he'd like to dance with her. She's flattered and they dance together, and it's pretty obvious that this is going to lead to more. They start making out on the stairwell and they talk about music. They tell each other that they like each other. The next day she has her sit-down talk with Vanity Fair, and the journalist tries to get her to comment on the leaked photo, but she doesn't take the bait. She says that she used to think that she needed to comment on everything, but now she knows when she's being hustled. A big theme this episode, something that Joss is worried about, is that she knows her music is commercially successful, but she seems to think that the music itself is empty. She's a bit insecure about it, and she says often that she doesn't want to be made fun of. Talking to her best friend and assistant Leia, Joss says that she might invite Tedros over. Leia says that she doesn't like his vibe, he's rapey, and Joss says that that's what she likes about him. Tedros comes over, makes himself a drink, has some coke as he waits, kind of like some predator, for Joss to come down. She eventually does come down in a silk red gown. She takes him to her studio to listen to her new song, and she thinks that he'll be honest with her about it. Remember, she feels that her music is too superficial. She doesn't think it's honest. He says it'll be a hit and he knows why the label wants to push it. He likes it, but he says that she's not believable in the song. If she's going to sing about being a freak, then she should at least sound like she knows how to have sex. Joss asks what makes him think that she doesn't know how to, and he covers her face with her robe. Then using the belt of it, he ties it around her neck. He takes out a pocket knife and he cuts a hole where her mouth is, and he tells her that she can sing now. Yeah, it's a bit try-hard and cringe, but that's it. That's episode 1 of The Idol. The way that they shoot Joss is really leery and gross, but the show in general, unlike Euphoria, because it's the same creator, it's just very boring. Anyway, if you have seen it, feel free to share your thoughts, and thank you for watching.